Another update. So we're going to be putting a radio on this thing, another radio, another transmitter and receiver. The Traxxas receiver, this one has TSM in it, which is unfortunately not legal for this class of racing. So I'm going to go ahead and repurpose this controller for the DTS drag timing system. Well, we'll figure out what we're going to do with it. We're going to, either way, we're going to remove this radio out of the car. And I picked up this Noble NB4. It seems to be a pretty quality unit. Let's open it up, take a look at it. But it has all the features and it has enough technology and speed in it that I think it's going to be a good radio upgrade for this car. So let's go ahead and get it out of the box and just take a look at what we got. We got her powered up. We're doing a firmware update. This is going to give us some options, including the throttle and steering speed control. It's going to give us different stages of control so that you can actually slow down and speed up the throttle. So it has like a smooth ramp, and same thing for steering. So pretty cool features. I want to make sure we have them for the drag car, so we're getting those loaded up now. All right, so the controller's got a good charge on it. See, the light went out here, and I mounted up the receiver. It's tiny little guy. It's literally a thumb, the size of a thumbnail. So I wired it all up, bound it to the controller, did the updates to it. You can see here.
Welcome to Noble.
Pretty cool. It's got a vibrating handle too, so it has some feedback to it. But now we had to plug the battery in, derp. Turn it on. There's your beeps for connection. And now watch the steering, Jesus. Insane. You see the micro movements. Pretty fast. So this setup has a lot of really cool features in it, which I'm going to be utilizing. And the main one that I'm really interested in is this channel speed adjustment, which allows you to change how fast the everything ramps in. So this is a pretty cool feature to have. You can see there's your go speed, so we can change that if we want to. A higher number, say 3 seconds, and then when you floor it, see how it ramps real slow. See that? And it'll take 3 seconds to hit full throttle there, which we're not going to use, obviously. So a lot of really cool features in this radio that I will be sorting out. But for now, we'll leave it as is. We'll go and test it out. Really excited. Noble NB4 seems like a pretty good radio. And for the no prep drag stuff, I think it's going to fit the bill. So we are set up here. Now we really need to get that bad boy battery in. I'm going to do a range test with this before I go crazy, just to make sure that it's able, because this tiny receiver, I don't know, I just don't trust it. It says antenna up here and a little arrow, but man, that is nothing. So I don't know, we'll see. This is the latest and greatest from them though. It's a V2 FGR4S, tiny little receiver, 4 channels, really cool radio. I'm impressed with the form factor so far. It feels really nice in the hand. I like the adjustments that it has. It even has paddle shifters, look at that. I don't know what those do. Hopefully I didn't just mess the trim up. No. All good. Anyway, I'm gonna get used to this bad boy, and we'll take it out and see how she does. On the table, we've got the new body. Here it is. This is from BITTYDESIGN. This is the ZL21. This is the hot new stuff. So we're gonna see how it stacks up. But it should be a pretty good unit. Feels pretty sturdy. I like the aerodynamic look. I know it's kind of hard to see in this package, so we'll get it out and we'll kind of fit it up and see what we're working with. So the G-body, I think, is maxed out aerodynamically. We've got the splitter on, we've got the wing on, and made both of those. Happy with how it works, but I think aerodynamically it leaves a little bit to be desired. So this should help out with that. Should be a little bit better into the wind and should get us a little more top speed. Might contribute to that lower ET. Let's get her out, size it up, see what we're working with. So out of the package, you can see kind of what we're working with. Got a Pro Mod Camaro body. Looks pretty good. It's actually not too extreme looking, but you can see the front. It's got a nice shape to it. It's really sharp. And I also got the wing kit with it as well. And it's really cool. It has two different wings. It's got the stock wing for 13.5 class or stock class. And then it has the outlaw wing, which we're going to be using for a little extra downforce. You can see the height difference. So pretty cool. Everything looks to be what it should. I'm pretty excited about that. Got a little hardware pack to go with it and decals as well. So the other cool thing too, it has two different exhaust options. If you really want to get detailed, it's got a turbo style exhaust, one big pipe, or you've got those big old headers. I think we're gonna run those. I like that extreme look. Anyway, this is gonna take a little while to get together. So I won't bore you with the process, but I will work on this and hopefully we'll have a mounted up body here shortly. And the old one can be retired for another car or more street duty, I guess. I don't predict too many more crashes, so I think we've got that under control aerodynamically wise on that body, so it should be even better with this one. But we'll see. Either way, we'll work on this. We'll see what she looks like. And just like that, TV magic strikes again. I love TV magic. Check it out. There she is. This is the new body. So this is the BITTYDESIGN ZL21. It's the Pro Mod Camaro. And we got everything situated on it. So it took a little bit of extra to get this thing mounted properly, I would say. It looks really well done, and the aerodynamics are probably going to work really well. But I did notice a couple of things. One, where the body posts were hitting was right in these creases, so I had to extend that out. And then also, after mounting the body, I noticed any kind of frontal pressure was causing this area to cave down and just kind of buckle in. So I added a couple more braces in the front here to give this a lot of support in the front. You can see I'm pushing it really hard. And now we've got no problem with compression from aerodynamic force. So that'll keep the nose happy. And we mounted up our big wing. It looks stellar. I love it. Everything fits and functions as it should. I lined everything up as much as I could to get it to the point where I was getting what I wanted out of it. I could see wheelie bars on the ground, no body interference with the ground. It will compress down at maximum, or I should say minimum height or maximum compression, and not interfere on the ground unless I hit like a rock or something. So nicely cut out in the back. You can see it can let out all that air. It's gonna flow right out here. This is gonna work. I'm really confident with that. So we'll see what it does. I'm expecting to see a gain in mile per hour at the very least, if not ET. So this will probably translate to, I would say, probably 1 or 2 mile an hour. That's probably realistic. If I get more, great. If not, well, it didn't hurt. I promise it's not going to hurt anything. You can see the frontal area of this thing is pretty bad. I mean, it's just a flat, very flat area, about 1.5 inches or more. If you could consider the bottom here is probably 2 inches of flat area. That's just pushing against the wind. It's literally a brick. So the overall shape of this thing, you know, the sides are okay. It's just flat, but the front is super boxy. The windshield is it's not crazy high, but it's not laid back very much either. And then of course the back was a nightmare. I had to build this giant wing apparatus to help with that, but it worked, and we were able to keep this thing on the ground between the front splitter and that. So now we've got a front splitter on this one. The nose is much more rounded. The overall frontal area is reduced, and you can see the windshield height and laid back. Windshield height is only like that versus this. So big difference. Wind off the back, or air off the back here, super smooth. Aerodynamic efficiency is key. This body is definitely gonna do something good. So let's get it out there. We're gonna take it outside. We're gonna take it to the test strip, and we're gonna see what she does. I'm gonna leave all else the same. I haven't made any passes with this FLYSKY radio yet with the Noble, so we'll be getting our feet wet with that as well. But I'm pretty sure that this is gonna be good, because we've got the Savox servo. We made a pass with the Savox servo. That did well. It's a much more precise feel. So either way, let's see. We're gonna make a pass with the ESC settings as it was. Hopefully a nice straight pass, and we'll look for changes in mile per hour. That's basically gonna be the real kicker for me. If we see an increase in mile per hour, we know that we've gained that aerodynamic edge, and it's gonna just translate to bigger times as we get more power to the ground. So traction was an issue with that body for sure. I don't think it's going to change much here. I think we're still going to have traction issues, maybe even worse, because I don't know how much downforce we've got here compared to that obscene wing that I built. So it's not as kicked up as the other wing, so it might not have the same downforce effect. We'll see. Either way, stay tuned, and we'll see what she does.